Hello friends, it's Michala Petersen coming to you from Nebraska, and tonight we're going to talk about alkalinity. I've been posting a few posts all week kind of teasing you, teaching you about alkaline foods and where foods range on the alkalinity chart. And I just wanted to start by saying that, all of us have cancer cells in our bodies. They just need to be at least 1 billion cells to be detected. So whether you're a mom that just wants to, prevent disease in your kids, or whether you're an athlete or whatever, we all have cancerous cells, and our normal body processes with a properly functioning immune system is going to help us, those natural killer cells are going to eat the cancer cells. So this sounds like a big, scary topic, but I'm hopefully going to make it a little more simple for you because, no judgment. 3 years ago, I didn't know anything about this either. So first of all, I want to just rest your mind at ease that little steps that you can make along the way can make a huge difference, because we all know that an acidic body leads to inflammation, and then inflammation leads to disease. So hopefully you'll get a few tips and tricks tonight on how to make your body more alkaline, to prevent disease, and help you if you are in a cancerous state. So we're going to do a few things tonight. We're going to talk about what is alkalinity. We're going to talk about, what that is and what it means. We're going to talk about why we really care. I did a cool little water experiment, so we're going to talk about those results. And then finally, there are so many things that we can do to help our bodies in this realm. And so we're going to talk about those last. So first of all, I want you to know that the tumor or the cancer that your loved one or you may have is not the problem. It is a symptom of the problem. And so the problem is that the body is in a state that is conducive to letting cancer grow. And by that, I mean acidic. So cancer cannot grow in an alkaline environment. And so that's what we want to do. We want to get our body alkaline. And you may be thinking, like, what does that mean? Well, alkaline is any pH that's over 7. And so the body has a normal blood pH, and so it's not like, you're going to be able to get your body pH up to 9. That isn't going to happen, because your body has amazing, miraculous, God-given mechanisms to keep that in check. But what we do put into our bodies, how we treat our bodies, how we, think and act, and all of that stuff contributes to our stress state. And all of those things contribute to the acidity of the body. So why do we care? We talked about last week that cancer feeds on sugar, or simple carbohydrates, those quick sugars, and then it creates lactic acid through a fermentation process. So lactic acid, right, that makes the body more acidic. So in a normal healthy cell, though, we use fats and carbohydrates and proteins and complex carbohydrates plus oxygen to make energy, right? So you get energy, a byproduct is carbon dioxide, and then the other byproduct is water. So that's kind of the sciencey stuff. Cancer has a really narrow pH window. Cancer can survive in a pH window of 6.5 to 7.5. And so obviously, if we know that an acidic body creates inflammation, and that leads to things that don't serve us well, we're going to want to get that pH above the 7.5 range. I hope that's clear. I'm hoping you're following me here. So once we get the body to over 7.5, then the cells revert back to the normal cellular cycle. So this is called apoptosis, or programmed cell death. So the alkalinity of our body really does make a difference. So what helps this? What can we do? What should we put into our bodies to be helping? First of all, I wanted to tell you that you can get pH strips at your local pharmacy, or even like your pool store or anywhere like that. They're these little sticks, and anyone that I coach through cancer, we have them test their saliva, and then you can see on this pH monitor. I will tell you that I have never had anyone that is in a cancerous state in the beginning, before we work together to raise this pH, that doesn't test in the acidic range, because that's what's talking in their body, right? That those cancerous cells are making the lactic acid that's making the body more acidic. So get these pH strips. You can either use them in your urine, or we just suck on them. You just suck on them for like 15 seconds. and then it should come up, and I just ate supper, so I didn't cleanse my palate at all or anything, but I'm green, right? So that's good. We want the pH 7 or even in the 8 range, right? So that's super easy. That's all you do. Okay, so one of the things that we did today, the kids and I, is we tested several different types of bottled water, because we know we're all at convenience stores, you know, throughout the course of our lifetime, right? And it's not that, you know, I'm not saying that bottled water causes cancer or anything like that, but I am saying if there are brands of water that you could buy that are gonna make your body more alkaline, you might as well get those, right? So here was the results. Actually, this no-name water bottle had a pH of 7.5, so that's what we want, right? So I don't know about this is a Surefine brand, but I don't know about water in your area if you have that brand, but this tested as one of the best. The best was Fuji water. I don't know if it's backwards for you, but this tested at 8.0. And then all of these other ones, this was shocking to me. This was an Essentia overachieving water. It's actually supposed to be an ionizing water, and it says it's supercharged, too pure for pH strips even. But it tested at, it's at a 7. So actually there were others that were better. Dasani was actually one of the worst. And this is what I used to get all the time. So anyway, it was a 6.0. Voss didn't test very good either. This was very acidic. So anyway, just note to self on that. And then test your own pH of your tap water. Actually, our tap water was better than all of them. Surprisingly enough, the filtered water that's on the, you know, that we're supposed to drink out of was more acidic than the actual tap water. So anyway, that was a fun little experiment that we did today with the kids. So let's talk a little bit about what you can do. There are so many things you can do. The first thing is consume green leafy vegetables on a daily basis. Those are the highest in alkalinity. They raise that pH. And what green leafy vegetables, among other fruits and vegetables, do is they increase the oxygen carrying capacity of red blood cells. So anytime, you remember, cancer can't survive in an oxygenated environment either. It doesn't even need oxygen to produce energy. So if we can increase the oxygen carrying capacity in our cells, then we're going to increase the alkalinity. So that's one thing that you can do very easily. I'm talking like rainbow chard, kale. The darker the color, the better they are for our bodies. My family and I consume a whole food nutritional concentrate in addition to a shake and omegas every day, so we're pumping 56 plants into our bodies. We know through the research that the whole food nutritional concentrate increases blood flow to the cells by 39%. So that's also going to increase the oxygen carrying capacity. And we know that fruits and vegetables do the body good, right? We don't need research to know that. Eat your fruits and vegetables, that's the bottom line. So another thing that we can do to help ourselves, and we're going to do a video on this in a few weeks, is deep breathing. And this is one of the things that I think we forget about. We get busy. Most people are shallow breathers. They don't really properly know how to inhale big and exhale big, and I'll make a total fool of myself and do that in a video for you in a few weeks when I get up enough courage. But anyway, anyone that I coach with cancer, I have them set their alarm for, you know, on the hour, or be cognizant of on the hour, and take 10 really good deep breaths. Because again, if your cells are full of oxygen, you know, that's gonna help your body in the long run, and it does increase alkalinity. So another thing that kind of was crazy to me, I didn't really know why this one was true, but you can finish your shower with a cool rinse, and that, you know, increases the alkalinity in your body as well. What else? You can pray and meditate. A lot of times that goes along with, you know, getting your body grounded, getting your mind right, thinking positive. That has a huge effect on any disease state, really. It's the food that we put in our mind, the food that we put in our body, you know, and the energy that we put out is really what makes a huge difference. 90% is mental, you know, is how you think mentally, and the positivity that you exude. So that's a good way. Also, I believe that when I'm praying or when I'm meditating, I am aware of my breath. I'm breathing deeper. So So that's good. You can juice. You can, again, green leafy vegetables, or those vegetables and fruits that are brightest in color, increase alkalinity the most. And so those are some things that you can do. Why we really want to make the body more alkaline. It's going to increase, it's going to better your chance. It's going to fight disease. And we all want to do that in the long run. So what's really cool, and a challenge to you parents out there, is I love to challenge my kids and see how many vegetables they can get throughout the course of the day, and then talk about it over supper, and have them pick produce. If you go to the store, you can have them see if they can find the produce with the deepest color, and that, those have the most antioxidants, increase oxygen carrying capacity of the blood cells, and then also increase the alkalinity of the blood. So again, thank you so much for joining us. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below. Feel free to share this if you thought of somebody that it could help along the way. That's really what we're out to do, is just make this journey a little bit easier so we can stride through cancer and get to the other side. So thank you guys.